Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot going on in the music business. Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on. All right. Jay-Z and P. Diddy, their case has gone to, it has gone away as far as the 13-year-old girl 25 years ago said that she was schmexually assaulted by Jay Z and P. Diddy and another A-lister female artist, don't know who, and ASAP Rocky. Yeah, that case came to a closing. Oh my goodness. And he beat the charges. Now, I find ASAP Rocky's case quite interesting, okay? But I have covered the Jay-Z, and I've been following P. Diddy a little bit here and there, but I thought the Jay-Z case was a little interesting as far as the 13-year-old girl. Now, I first believed, I'm like, no, I don't believe this girl. Mm-mm. No, I don't. And then I guess maybe I caved into the pressure just a little bit because I'm like, well, maybe because she's autistic. There was a guy up in Ohio that filed charges against the Roman Catholic Church and he won a whole lot of money. And he had schizophrenia, mental health issues, I think also seizures. He had a little bit of everything, and he was able to substantiate and win. And the judge gave him leniency and gave him a little additional time, had therapists working with him in order to get his story out. Okay, having said all that, that's the reason why I was like, well, maybe there might be something, maybe, I'm not quite sure. And even though she did the interview, what was Buzbee thinking about letting the girl do the interview? And she said herself, well, I know that there are inconsistencies in my story. And her father came out and said, I don't remember that. I would remember that if I had to drive all that distance to get my daughter who decided to up and go someplace 5 hours away. Yeah. He didn't say it all like that. I'm just sort of putting a little, oh my goodness. So Jay-Z and P. Diddy. Now, P. Diddy got a whole, oh man, he got a whole slew of people coming after him. And now the government, or shall I say the government's coming after him as well. But Jay-Z's like, oh no, he came out swinging. Now, who has a lot of problems? Where is he at? Tony Buzbee, or as we would say up north, Tony. Tony got a lot of problems. Tony. He has a lot of problems because Jay-Z, he came out and he said he's like, hey, this case is dismissed of this grape juice case, and it cost me $20 million in lost income and embarrassed his daughter, Blue Ivy, at the Mustafa premiere. Now, okay. Now, a lot of times what we really don't pay attention to is how whatever's going on with Jay Z, we don't look at it how it pertains to the children and the wife because he's coming out swinging. He said, "Look, now I get termination threats. Now my wife Beyonce is getting threats, and she had nothing to do with it." And and they're like, "Well, you married a man, you know what he's like, you know. I mean, people get ignorant, and ignorant is not a strong enough word as far as the behavior and how far they will go as far as what they believe. I mean, they go far. I mean, I could only imagine the horrible things Beyonce had to deal with um as far as dealing with Jay-Z, because you had people saying, oh, well, I know him and he did this. And now his son or alleged son, he claims that that's my dad, never claimed me. And that's a whole other ball of wax. And then even he jumped in and tried to help the 13-year-old girl get his father or alleged father. So that was an ugly mess. But we're gonna get into that. And ASAP Rocky, like I said, ASAP Rocky beat his case. Do I have a picture of him? I thought I had one. Well, he beat his case. And oh, here it is. I thought I brought it up and I didn't. So he's most definitely celebrating, happy about that. Here's ASAP Rocky, and behind him is Rihanna. They have a couple of children together. And just so look at his hair. Now, when you look at Drake, wait a minute. Let me find Drake with some braids. Nah, Drake. No. There might be some truth to you having a man unit. There may be some truth to it, because when you look at ASAP Rocky's here, I'm going to do a damn. I can't do a side by side. You got the fire truck saying, nope, Drake. Let me see if I have one. Where's Drake in his braids? Ah, come on. Let me find just one. I think I have one. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. I'm not hating on Drake or anything like that, but you see that? That's like those girls. His hair, it's like those girls who have on like a wig, and they paste it down or whatever they do, and they have those curls going in front to hide the line. Well, look, okay. Look, that's what it looks like. Okay, all that other stuff with Drake's doing, no. But I digress. Mm-mm. All right, let's go ahead and get down to it. Okay. Now here to break down Jay-Z's lawsuits against his nemesis. Oh man, his nemesis Buzbee. You can't make this stuff up. You truly can't. I mean, he worked hard. Buzbee worked hard. Okay. Okay, Sean Jay-Z Carter might have 99 problems, but a sexual assault lawsuit isn't one. Now, here, the civil suit against him was officially dropped on February 14th. I find that quite interesting. February 14th on Valentine's Day, then they drop it. But the hip hop mogul isn't done clearing his name. In a shocking development, Jay-Z's suing Buzbee, the lawyer who represented Jane Doe. Now, there is so much to that right there, so much. Now, look, all that background noise, please ignore it. Now, Jane Doe, he never knew who was suing him. The only person who knew was her and him and anyone who she told. All right. So even in the interview on NBC, they gave her kept her face an image from being shown, so she had distortion or whatever it was. So she had that. Until this day, Jay-Z has no idea who was suing him, how this lawsuit came about. Now, it was stated that she was fully vetted by a retired police officer. Other lawyers vetted her, and it seemed to be fine. So when it came to Buzbee, he looked at, oh, I got a lawsuit. Okay, I got one. Let me go ahead. Cassie got at least her millions. Maybe my client can get her millions and I can get a chunk of that. Now, Buzbee has taken on some big cases. So people are like, oh, well, he done some great work. He's not an ambulance chaser, as some people have referred to him as. And in fact, Judge Joe Brown was like, he's an ambulance chaser. There's really nothing there. He looked at it, he was like, he's an ambulance chaser. I'm like, oh, okay, well, Judge Joe Brown being a federal judge and all of that, he would know. So February 14th, all of this occurs, and he was aggressive, and Jay-Z's lawyers were very aggressive, and it's quite interesting. So in case if you don't know, the 13-year-old girl saying that she left her house, didn't tell her father where she was going. Keep in mind, she's autistic. We don't know to what level her autism is. There's high functioning and there are low functioning autistic people that are totally within themselves. It doesn't mean that they're special, that they have a learning disability. No, it just simply means that the way they interact with the world, and they're more so within themselves. So she said that she had her friend drive her down to New York City because she wanted to go to the VMA Awards, and she was determined to get in to go see her favorite artist. But she came across a limousine that happened to have been P. Diddy, and the driver said, "Oh, you are his type." Okay. And she gets to go. Oh, and she talked about a Jumbotron, which was a few blocks away at, I think, Madison Square Garden, to where she was able to see what was going on at the VMAs. And the driver invited her to the after party. But after all that, she was able to go to the after party. Now, she said, a 13-year-old walking around all these adults here, and nobody's like, "Hey, where's your mama at? Where's your daddy at?" No, it was like she made it appear to where that was normal to have teenagers around there. I don't know, young adolescents. I don't know. And that was her story. And she even admitted that her story had inconsistencies. And when people didn't believe her, her father said he doesn't remember that. Her father was not backing her at all. He was like, okay. So there had to have been something that he found that the case was dismissed with prejudice, that she could never bring it up ever again. All right. I find that interesting. And Jay-Z's is like, I lost $20 million in income. My family has been harassed. My wife had threats. Oh, you're paying. You're paying. So I'm just like, this is quite interesting. So here it says, over the past few months, Carter has made it his mission to fight back against Buzbee, both in court and online, because it was everywhere. The two men had thrown accusations and challenges at each other, and it got so wild that Jay-Z was like, "Hey, your ex said that you gave her a dis-ease." It got wild. It got wild. And so it was interesting because Buzbee was like, went after don't P. Diddy first, because he's up to his eyeballs in lawsuits. He's in jail, and he's like, oh, this one, okay, one more. Oh my God, one more. Somebody's tapping my pockets. But when he threw Jay-Z in it, and it's quite interesting now. So now that since that case has been dismissed with prejudice, and for him to let it go like that, that means that there's blood in the water. So if Buzbee, because Buzbee has a bunch of other cases going after P. Diddy, So if that has been dismissed, then it's going to be looked at. Okay, so if you allow this to go on, what else have you done? What else? Whom else are you fabricating things on? I'm just saying, because it crossed my mind. So, I mean, I thought all of that was interesting, but okay, here, the founder of Rock Nation released a statement following the dismissal, calling the civil suit without merit and never going anywhere. He continued saying that the fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claim. Just as he promised back in December, Carter is coming after Buzbee in the form of defamation lawsuit. Man, oh man, oh man. So Buzbee, you messed it up. You did. You messed it up. However, outside of that, oh, let me see. He also spoke about quickly about how Beyonce, um, Jay-Z reveals that he and his wife, or Beyonce, faced a termination threats over the grape juice lawsuit as he countersues his accuser's lawyer. Now, it's quite interesting that he's not countersuing the woman who brought that suit up. That would be very interesting. It really would be. But then again, then he'll be looked at, oh, you're messing with somebody that has autism, and leave that person alone. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Because there was a lot of chaos and brought a whole lot of disruption to his life. And should be and so should Jane Doe be revealed and held responsible for what she brought forth? It could have been a money grab. Now, let's not say that people who are autistic cannot be conniving. I mean, come on now. Everybody needs money. It seems like everybody's suing everybody today. So here, Jay-Z filed a countersuit. Oh, he already filed it against Buzbee, the lawyer representing the anonymous accuser. Anonymous, he still don't know of alleged of grape juicing. I'm sorry, the rapper. And Diddy's not a rapper. Grape juiced her when she was 13 years old. But it just simply goes into a little bit of what he's talking about. And there, his wife. I mean, oh my God, I could only imagine. And plus, she lost a lot of fan base too. But not also adding on to not only him and P. Diddy had their suits dropped or dismissed with prejudice. ASAP Rocky. I found this interesting. ASAP Rocky, and I have a short clip of when they found him innocent or not guilty. That one was wild. Okay. Now, this guy, ASAP Real, said that he brrr with an AR-15. And those bullets went at him, and his knuckle was grazed. I'm not quite sure. Well, not quite sure, but that's what that is what was alleged, that his knuckle, right? And the police canvassed the area, looked all over for shells, the shells to the bullet, and found nothing. But what was interesting, 2 days later, the guy that said that ASAP Rocky did this to him, in the case if you don't remember who ASAP Rocky is, he said, I have the bullets right here. I have the shellings right here. Here, police, take it. Here, take it. Now, this guy, they had some words because he was looking at ASAP Rocky's woman. Okay. Allegedly. But the police and the district attorney still went on with it anyway, knowing that this guy came in and said, here, the police didn't find it on their own. He didn't call him and say, hey, police, you didn't check over there. I looked over there. It was over there. The bullets were over there because I know because I was there. Okay. It's not like that you don't have a vested interest to, further go after ASAP Rocky. If you could get rid of him, then you can go after his old lady. Not like that she would take you. Because what I'm looking at, ASAP Rocky is the better looking guy of the group. Okay, that was my internal voice. All right. Now, let's take the quick clip. Look at this clip.
142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of
There's Rihanna there that he jumped on. You gotta go back inside. Now, who was that woman right there? Her. Who is she? Because when he was found not guilty, she ran up and grabbed him, and he hugged her and threw her out the way. Oh man! Oh my goodness! Threw her out the way. But he was found not guilty.
Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B. If felonies, charging count one of the information this 18th day of February 2025, jurisdiction number 9, 4 person. All right, title for the cause. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. But he was found not guilty. And still, you still got the guy had the bullets saying, here, police, here goes the bullets right there. I know where it was because I was right there. I was there. I know where the bullets were. I just didn't tell you. But now I find it interesting because now I'm starting to see, law or law enforcement and even litigation. It's getting to be a little bit dirty, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to stay optimistic. I don't know. Well, no, I do know. I'm trying to stay optimistic. But he got away with the gun. Hey, there must have been a whole lot there. Wait a minute. Wait. They said that he had a staged a prop gun, or a prop, a not real one. I don't know, but what are your thoughts? It was all messy. So please comment, like, subscribe. And I do most definitely want to thank you for stopping by.